In this video, we'll take a look at the new Trackr radar by Wahoo. I'll stay off my soapbox as to why I think everybody who rides on the road with cars should have a radar and a mirror. But I will say this is a good one. Now, I recently reviewed a more budget-friendly radar by Magicshine, the CBR300, which, other than a good price point, had a lot of things going for it for durability and also side visibility. However, the downside is it had false positives. Now, before I even get into the features of this, I will say this radar has no false positives at all. And I've been using it with a Garmin head unit. Of course, it pairs very seamlessly with Wahoo head units, but it works great with Garmin. Now, the reason I use Garmin is, one, I really like the touchscreens of my Garmin. So I have the Element Bolt 3, great computer, but it's not touchscreen. Also, I have so many Garmin watches and bike computers that I like all of my data going into one app. So that's why I've been using this with the Garmin head unit, but it works great, and we'll talk about that coming up. So just a few quick specs on this. It's $250. It's IPX7 waterproof. It's 99 grams. Mounting is very straightforward. So all you have to do is wrap the rubber strap around your seat post, use the little lever on the side to hook it in to the side of the mount, and you're good to go. You can adjust the strap. So I've got it on the largest setting, but if you have a smaller diameter seat post, it's very easy to adjust the strap just by moving it over on the hook on the side. Now, Wahoo also includes the adapter in case you have an arrow seat post or wedge seat post. Now, as far as battery life, Wahoo claims 20 hours in low flash, 15 hours in high flash. Now, I would imagine that's the battery saver mode because I've been getting somewhere between 6 and 8 hours, but here's the deal is I wasn't using battery saver mode and I was using the brake light feature. So this has a brake light feature, so when your bike is slowing down, it will come on solid to become sort of like a brake light. However, I ride a lot of gravel, and the bumpiness of the gravel roads activates the brake light all the time. So I've recently turned that off. I've also turned on the battery saver mode. So what the battery saver mode does is it lowers the lumens of the flash until it detects a car, which makes a lot of sense. So you're not using up battery all the time. Now, as a side benefit, if you're riding with a group, it does not blind the person behind you. And I was on a group ride the other night, and the guy behind me commented how he appreciated that this unit was not that bright and did not blind him. But again, when it detects a car in battery saver mode, it will go to the full brightness. So it's a really nice feature that you can change in the app, which we'll take a look at coming up in a few minutes. Now, I mentioned I use this with a Garmin head unit, and it works seamlessly as far as being able to turn the light on or off or solid or flash just from the screen. So I just drag down from the top, and like if I tap on flash, it's going to have the unit start flashing. I can put it on solid, or I can turn the light off just by tapping off there on the screen. You can also override by tapping the button at the top. So if I just want to toggle through the different modes, I can do like a solid. I can do different levels of solid, so I can do like a dimmer solid, bright solid, and of course put it on the flash. I typically will just change it right here from the screen. Now, I did notice that with the Garmin head unit, there were a lot of times where the light did not start flashing when I started the ride, so I had to drag down from the top and turn on the flash. That's one benefit of using a Wahoo head unit, is that's a little bit more seamless. Now, the unit does remember the last flash mode or solid mode that you use, so when you power it off and back on, it will go right back to the one you were using before. Whenever I test a radar, I will prop my bike up on the side of the road and drive up behind it to see what it looks like, so here is my test. I want to see what it looks like coming up from behind. So I've got it on battery saver mode, which it's going to be dim until it sees the car. So that's just kind of give you an idea of how it looks from behind, how bright it is. I mentioned that Wahoo does have an app that you can use where you can toggle some of the features on or off. So let's take a look at it. So with the app open, I tap on devices on the bottom right, and you can see the Trackr radar here. You can look at your battery percentage, 57% right now. Once I tap on the radar itself, I can change various features. So I can turn the brake light on or off. The quick alert light, I didn't talk about that, but it gives a quick flash whenever a car first appears, so I leave that on. And then battery saver, you can toggle that on. You can also do firmware upgrades, so if there's a firmware available, you can do it through the app. So whether you're Team Garmin or Team Wahoo for your head unit, this is a good radar that I can recommend. No false positives, a lot of good features to it, and I think it looks good. So in this little mounting bracket, I really like how sleek this looks within the mounting bracket. So it's one I could recommend. Please ride with a radar if you ride with cars. If you have any questions or comments, drop those below. And if you've used this, let us know your experience. Thanks for watching.